I'm sorry, Aiden. That's my bad.
Mute check, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hello everybody and welcome to week 7 of the RandamLee IndyCar series here in Detroit, Belle Isle. "35 long minutes of racing tonight. Looks like Garrett Boyd has... Oh man. Looks like Garrett Boyd has the pole for the moment. Hayden Lowell on track. He's trying to take that away from him. Hayden crossed the line right here. This lap doesn't look like it's going to be any better. His current one. Not. Might have enough time to get back around and complete this lap. Garrett Boyd, that lap, not better than his best. Let's just fix that camera now. There we go. Jason Brown, rookie here tonight. Sitting there in fourth. Hayden this lap looking a little better. I don't think it's good enough for the pole, but could net him second place. Cross the line, we'll see if it counts. And it does. Hayden Lowell up to second in the closing minutes of this session. Garrett Boyd, that lap didn't count, just ran another lap of practice. That should do it for qualifying. Starting grid up on the left. 10 cars here tonight. It looks like we might have lost 2 more. Well, 1. Yeah, we're missing the 19. So it looks like 9 cars here tonight. Detroit, not very popular with everybody, apparently.
Oh no, the compound swap is working, I think. At least it says it on the race.
Okie dokie. Starting grid tonight. Garrett Boyd on the pole position. Hayden Lowell on his outside. Then Casey Graves starting third. Jason Brown starting fourth, Nick Cooper starting fifth, Cliff Mullins in sixth, Davis Greenwall in seventh, Jeremy Scherer sitting in that 8th spot, Zach McBride in 9th, and that should do it for our 9-car field.
Bro, I just missed start because I was changing my compound, bro. What the fuck?
I mean, once you grid, it counts you as gridded, so...
I know, but my
And
fucking
looks like
garage
Greenwell
setup
misses
set to
the
wrong
start,
compound,
unfortunately, so
bro.
he's starting from the pits.
I think it would have done it automatically.
Would have done what?
It should automatically switch to whatever compound you're qualified on. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but I screwed up my qualifying, so I don't know. Maybe I should have just stayed on what I was on.
And it looks like Garrett Boyd going to be the only one to qualify on
maybe
the
I dodged a big
alternates.
wreck.
The only
But
other
then again, I
car
probably
that's
would've called
gridded
it.
on alternates is Zach McBride in the 28. Sorry. Every other car other than those two are on the primary white wall tires. Here we go. Pace car off. Going to go green here at Detroit.
Green flag.
And green flag in the air. We are racing. Side by side between these two. For some reason it's not showing Davis Greenwell on the tower. Sorry, Davis. Oh, Garrett Boyd tags the wall. Yep. Oh, there's green wall. All right, we all have all 9 cars on the tower now. Hayden Lowell to the lead.
Hey, do I still have a wing there?
Yep.
And lap number 1, Hayden Lowell is
I
going to lead
honestly
that
thought
one.
it was the other Detroit, and I was having problems with my wheel. I have never ran this track. Not this layout.
What do you mean not this layout? This is the only layout.
Okay, then I've never been here. Yeah, I don't do road very often. I'm still learning, but I like this car on the road.
Closest battle on track is for the lead.
Yeah, I guess it just reminds me of one of the other street courses.
Chicago
Oh,
Street
Boyd
Circuit.
misses that corner. That's going to cost him some time.
That's about the only bumpy street circuit in iRacing.
Chicago.
Yeah.
All right. Hayden Lowell, about a second lead now. Over a second in between all these drivers. Last season, had about the same car count here. May have been more, may have been a little less, not sure. Had a great battle for the lead all the way through the race, and right now we don't seem to be getting that same treat. Not gonna call it early, but 5 minutes into this, there's not a single battle on track right now. This is not what they call in the business as good TV, that's for sure. Hayden Lowell sets the fastest lap of the race, followed by Garrett Boyd quickly taking that. Davis Greenlaw looks like he had a problem a few laps ago. Let's take a look at what happened there. Okay, it's a bit before that. Alright, coming through the front stretch into turn 1. Noses it in the wall, knocks the front end off of it. We also had Cliff Mullins. He had an issue. There it is. Left-hander missed the apex, a little too much speed, and tags the tire barrier. Pretty bad damage there for the 37. Did get out of the way. Good job, Cliff. And then the 28 is Zach McBride. Oh, man. Hard contact for McBride. Oh. Riding on board with him. Getting there. I maybe forgot where he was on this track. Like we heard him talking about that earlier. Just wasn't ready for that corner. And destroyed the front end of that thing. Took the fast prairies back out here 1 lap down. And we are now all caught up with what has transpired so far in this race. Hayden Lowell used some of that push to pass. He's pulled out to a 2.5 over Garrett Boyd. Back on the push to pass now for Hayden Lowell. And so is Garrett Boyd. Oh man, Nick Cooper in the wall right there. He toes it. What happened to Cooper? Gets in here too hot, up into the tire barrier, and quite a bit of damage. Oh, Scherer with a bit of a lockup right there. This is the IndyCar Dallara IR18. They are currently driving with the road course package. This is the current IndyCar in real life, just without the hybrid power. Oh, they're a great time. Highly recommended if you're on iRacing. Definitely get into the IndyCar stuff. They are very underused on the service, and I think they're a great time. There's Cliff Mullins going a lap down to Hayden Lowell. That leaves 4 cars on the lead lap. Boyd looking to get around to his teammate in the 37. He does, but that cost him quite a bit of time getting around that 37, I think.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Eight out to 2 seconds now. Boyd slowly slipping away, but that lap, he did actually reel him in toward the tail end of it. Made up about 2 or 3 tenths. Coming around 2 seconds. And being on those alternate tires, Hayden's just going to get faster once he puts those alternates on. Boyd's gonna have to switch to the slower primaries
Thank you, Cliff.
at some point. Hayden, the winner of this race last season, excuse me. So it's not surprising he's out front right now. One moment. Excuse me, just getting a little congested right now. I'm not sure where this is coming from. Top 4 are all within 10 seconds. And it is worth mentioning Cliff Mullins. Oh man. Cliff Mullins has come down pit road along with Jeremy Scherer and Zach McBride, so that is why they are so far behind. Jason Brown gets around Cliff Mullins. It is not for position, even though it technically is. run on board with some of these guys around this racetrack. Yeah, not too much going on right now. Garrett Boyd slightly reeling in that 56. So it's going to come down to who can make the least amount of mistakes. Even at the end of this race, we're creeping up on halfway. About a minute away from halfway in this race, and Garrett Boyd got it down to, well, he had it to 1.7 seconds, now back up to 1.9. I think they do have to make a pit stop, so I think this race is going to come down to who can make the cleanest pit stop. You can easily give up 2 seconds if you have a bad entry to the, pit entrance and then your pit box and then a bad exit. You can easily give up 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, somewhere in that range, just from not getting in there as fast as you can. And on the flip side of that, you can give up your entire race if you speed on an entry. I know these do have pit speed limiters, but you can still get in there too hot and lock the brakes up or what have you. So I think this is going to come down to the pit box right here. Garrett Boyd closed up quite a bit, 1.4 seconds between them now. And I think we're going to start talking about Garrett Boyd getting back in this race for the lead here shortly. Giving us something to talk about. He's kept it close. They may have been about a second or two apart from each other this whole race, but Hayden says he doesn't like these. I'm getting something to talk about.
Did he hit something, or is it just giving him to you?
Oh, lock up there for this 56. Then you would think the opposite would be happening right now. I mean, the 38 being on the alternate tires, you'd think it would be falling off a lot quicker than the 56, but 38 getting faster as this run goes on.
That's the road too.
We're past halfway now. About 13 laps to go. We'll switch to that for a little bit. Garrett Boyd is there. Half second separates these two as Hayden Lowe comes down pit road. He's had enough of seeing that 38 in his mirror, and Garrett Boyd going to lead that lap. Checking on Hayden's pit road. Garrett Boyd's now on the pit limp, or push to pass, so he's going to try to make up as much time as he can in the clean air. Meanwhile, Hayden Lowe making his pit stop. Great view of that. And he is off pit road. Meanwhile, Casey Graves also comes down this lap. And Hayden's going to exit in third. 24 seconds behind Garrett Boyd. So it takes about 24, 25 seconds to come down pit road. No, I'm sorry. He is... Yeah, 24. I'm sorry. I don't know why I second guessed myself. And we should see Garrett Boyd come down somewhat shortly. Oh, man. A little excited on the throttle there in that corner. Should be pit entry right here. We'll see if he decides to come down. He's going to stay out. I think this is the good call. Stay out there in that clean air, make up as much time as you can on those alternates. You were running down the 56 before he came down, so there's no reason to come down and get cold tires and ruin that time you were making up. And Hayden Lowell, he lost a lot of time right there. What happened? Oh! He spun it. Hayden Lowell goes around on the cold tires. Oh no.
Thank you.
I don't have anything to talk about anymore, Hayden. What the heck? Are you kidding me? Oh. One more time from the TV camera. Just car steps out on him and he cannot gather it back up. And smacks the right rear in the wall, got some wing damage I think, and that gonna hurt him quite a bit. You can see I think the wing is definitely off kilter. The right front is pushed in a little bit, so he's gonna have some aero damage on that 56, and that means Garrett Boyd, this race is completely in his hands now. As long as he brings it home, he could run a second or two off pace and still take it home with time to spare. Now I think, you know, Hayden, once Boyd comes down pit road, Hayden will be about 9 or 10 seconds back, if I had to guess. Maybe less, depending on how bad his damage is, but as he sets the fastest lap of the race. So, he's not out of it yet on speed, but that time he gave up in the spin, I don't think he's going to be able to overcome, unfortunately. I cannot believe he did that. That was going to be such a good race when he got back out, I think. Or when Garrett Boyd decided to come down. Jason Brown, he came down that time, so he comes back out in 4th. Garrett Boyd, as long as he can take it home clean, he could spoil Hayden's back-to-back wins he was going for here in Detroit. Hayden again setting the fastest lap of the race. He's got good pace, but is it going to be enough? I think he's got to get up to 24 seconds back from the 38 to be within striking distance once the 38 pits. And that means he's going to make up 5 seconds in 8.5 laps. Which at this pace, he would do. But he's got to keep that pace up, especially once the 38 comes down, which I think he should come soon. And he does. His lap times have severely fallen off. I think the tires have finally degraded on that 38 car. So he's going to come down, take the primaries. And we'll see what kind of pace he's got when he comes off. He's going to have a big buffer. He doesn't have to rush it very much. I think he'll have decent pace on those primaries. Hayden obviously held on to the lead for a very long time with the primaries versus the alternates. So see what Garrett Boyd can do here. See what Hayden Lowell can do here. Here comes Garrett Boyd off pit road with the primary tires. Around 3 seconds ahead of Hayden Lowell. That's going to be close. 8 laps to go right now. Hayden Lowell going to have to play catch up. This could get good, folks. We might be in for one of those classic Detroit Belle Isle finishes. I don't know if this place has classic finishes, but we're about to see one. I mean, it put on a great race for the lead last season in these cars, so Honestly, can't be too surprised we're looking at another good finish. At the cost of Hayden Lowell spinning that car out and damaging it, but hey, take him how we can get him. Hayden 117.5 that time. A lot slower than the pace he was running when he came out of the pits with those fresh, cold tires. And I think that's the kind of thing that the 38 is going to be able to do. Oh, Garrett gets the wall. We're just staring at a tree. It was a great camera angle. There's some damage on that left front. I mean, I can definitely see some scuffs. I'm not sure if it's actually affecting the aero on it, but definitely did something hitting that wall. Take a look at the onboard, see if we can notice anything. It looks pretty straight, so I don't think he has any wing damage. Oh! He gets the wall again. Again, the wing looks straight. I think he got lucky twice in a row right there. Casey Graves, that's the fastest lap of the race out of nowhere. He's about 4.2 seconds behind first and second, so if those two get to battling, Casey Graves could be there. Jason Brown 4 seconds behind Casey Graves, so these top four are within 10 seconds of each other. Mullins out. What happened to Cliff Mullins? Oh, I think we saw that live actually. As I think about it. We'll see if we can take a look at what happened to Cliff real quick since we're not too close. Oh man. A lot of damage on that 37. Gets in there too hot, gets the tire barrier. That was several laps ago. And he has called it a night since. Out there rooting for his teammate in Garrett Boyd. Garrett just got to take it home. Coming to 4 laps to go this time by. Just got to take it home clean. He's got 3.5 seconds now. Hayden, I think, had an issue on that corner. Gave up about a half second. But these two both well off their normal pace on this lap. Casey Graves, I mean, they're both about 4 seconds off their normal lap times, and that gave up a ton of time. Casey Graves can see Hayden Lowell on the straights now. Our two leaders, I think, are just overdriving these cars. Hayden Lowell back to 5 seconds behind Garrett Boyd. Tires degrading or just ran out of speed, I'm not sure. But Hayden Lowell is fading back to Casey Graves in a hurry.
Again, with the temperature.
Free to go. Hayden doing his best to try to defend Casey Graves. Casey to the outside. Not gonna get it down there. Here we go here in Detroit. Garrett Boyd well out front. Battles for second and third. Hayden Lowell, Casey Graves. I think this is going to be Casey's opportunity. Gotta try to outbrake him here into turn 2. Or turn 3, whatever this is. Couldn't get it done there. Sorry, it's 3 laps to go right now. We added another lap onto the race. These both on the push to pass. Hayden Lowell with not too much time left. Neither of these guys really. They probably gonna run out before we get to the white flag. I think adding that extra lap kind of threw a wrench in their plans on how to use it the rest of the race. Jason Brown kind of entering the picture here, 1.5 seconds back from these two. And he's been consistently running better lap times than those two. I think Hayden came on the radio and said it's temperature in the tires that's causing this, so 56 and 4 seem to have overheated their tires a lot, and now the 21, he closed up a ton on that lap. Now Graves back to the left side of Hayden Lowell, tries to outbrake him, side by side, trying to hang on through that corner, almost got the wall. This is close quarters. Oh man, it's tough doing that at a street course. Graves had to get out of the throttle, tags the 56. He's gonna fall back behind Hayden. Now looking to the left once again. Hayden trying to defend that inside lane. Oh, they both get the wall. Brown gets in there, gets a piece of it. Hayden Lowell, I think, knocked the front off that car. He has all 4 wheels, but he's missing a wing. If he can hang on here, it'll be a miracle. Garrett Boyd does take the white flag this time. Hayden gonna try to defend this spot. Okay, I guess we took the checkered. I don't know what's happening. Hayden Lowell gets sent to the wall, I think. I can't tell what lap it is. It doesn't know what's happening.
Good race. That's crazy.
Okay, I guess that's the checkered flag. Hayden tried to hold on. Jason Brown takes home second. Casey Graves in third. And Garrett Boyd taking home the win here in Detroit. Unofficially, I'm still not convinced the race is over. But I guess it was 27 laps, so my estimation was wrong. And I apologize for not getting that right, but you know, the software is really to blame in this situation. Hey Garrett, it's Lucas in the booth.
I
You got
was
me.
there. Like, you can say
Yes,
what
sir.
you want, but you
Hey
lost
man,
that.
took home the win tonight. Crazy battle there at the end. You and Hayden were going at it before he pit. And, well, he screwed up. You ran a great race throughout and were able to take home the win by a ton of time. How was it?
This track's pretty sketchy about the whole time, so it was kind of on pins and needles the whole race trying to go fast. So it's definitely a fun track though.
Yeah, it looked pretty fun out there. A lot of bumps, a lot of saving the car tonight, but somehow, I mean, you just got a few wall scrapes, but that car looks clean.
Yeah, I know. I smacked it a couple times, but
I couldn't believe that you still had a wing after a couple of those.
yeah, I was worried I was going to see a wing inlet go bouncing down to the mirror. So,
alrighty, man. Well, got the win tonight. Got anybody you want to shout out for it?
I just got to give a big shout out to my girlfriend and my family.
Alrighty, man. Well, appreciate you talking to us. Congrats on the win. See you next week.
All right, thank you.
Garrett Boyd in the 38 taking home the win here tonight. Now we'll get a word with third place finisher Casey Graves. What's going on, Casey?
Oh, that was a crazy race. It was boring up until the last lap.
Yeah, it looked pretty crazy. I cannot believe you ran those guys down. Then you had a great battle with Hayden Lowell, and you guys ended up getting into each other a couple times, got the tire wall, and somehow you came away with a clean car, taking home third.
Yeah, I knew I was better than Hayden through the first few corners. I don't know if he burned his his front tires off or what. Like, I really sucked on the primaries as soon as I got on the alternates, like night and day. And I probably should have used the push to pass a lot earlier in the race. But yeah, I just made a mistake coming onto the backstretch and spun the tires, and then Hayden got a run. And then I think even if I didn't lock up, I think Hayden missed the corner too. So, I mean, it was a good race. I'll take a third.
Definitely. I think with the way you guys are racing and what happened there, it's definitely good to take home a podium. But got anybody want to shout out for the third place?
I just saw the guys at True Speed, and you guys obviously for putting on the race. I wish it was a good crowd again like it has been, but maybe people were intimidated by the track.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's one of those, it's old news and nobody wants to buy it, unfortunately, but it's a great racetrack. Glad to see you here tonight.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
Alrighty, man. Well, appreciate talking to us. We'll see you next week.
Alright, thank you.
That was Casey Graves in the 4, taking home third. Thank you all for joining me tonight. We'll run through our results really quick. Garrett Boyd taking home first, Jason Brown second, Casey Graves in third, Hayden Lowell taking home a 4th, Zach McBride with the top 5, Jeremy Scherer in 6th, Cliff Mullins 7th, Nick Cooper 8th, and Davis Greenwell taking home the final spot in 9th. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Actually, we'll take a look at that last wreck because I did say he got sent, but I think that's a good point in chat. I think that might have just been one of those things. It was a hurt race car getting into a high-speed corner, and I don't think there was anywhere for those guys to go. So we'll take a look at everything that transpired here. We'll start with the battle between these two. Okay, that's a little too far back. Getting out into turns 1 and 2, they are battling hard. See a little bit of contact right here. And Graves runs out wide, almost gets the wall, and as he's coming back down, tags the 56, no harm there, that's just hard racing. Then they get into the hard right-hander up here. And Hayden just overdrives it, the 4 overdrives it, the 21 gets in there, great move to get by the 4, 56 somehow holds on. And I think right here, the high-speed corner, he just does not have enough speed. And oh man, I don't know, because the 21 seems to miss the apex just a little bit to me. Take another look at it here. Yeah, that's just one of those things. I think the 56 crowding him a little bit. 21, I mean, he gets in there pretty aggressively. That's just, you know, he's just trying to get around the car with no wing, I think, at that point. And Hayden wasn't very happy about it, I think, hearing the radio. What I could hear, I muted it because I couldn't hear myself think, but... Yeah, crazy finish here at Detroit. The way that race started out, I figured we'd have all these cars 20 seconds apart coming across the line, but to have all the second through fourth battle it out on the final lap was pretty crazy to watch. Oh, and here you see it, extracurriculars after the race. Not happy with the 21. Alrighty, well, that's going to do it for me tonight. I'm Lucas Hoitzma. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.